Okay, now before we go into actually editing your own profile with work history and school information, I want to break down the home page of LinkedIn. So this is where you'll go to once you've created your account. This is where you'll come to every time that you log in. It's this two column section that is going to have different information in here, but the information headers are all going to be the same. So let's take a look at this. Once you've logged in, you're going to have this gray and black bar at the top that has the LinkedIn home button, has a search function. You can find people, jobs, companies, and more. And this is how you can denote them. You see this little triangle here? You can search for everything. So typing in certain keywords will find you maybe people, jobs, or companies. You can search for just people, just jobs, the companies, groups that you can join, universities, or you can search your inbox. And your inbox is private messaging, just like email, and just like you have on Facebook. So you have these different filters that will let you do searches. And then by clicking the blue magnifying glass, you'll be able to actually search for things. You have an advanced search feature as well, and this will actually search through a little bit more filters. So if you're looking for a particular person's by their first name, last name, maybe their title, you can go through here. I have found it very easy to just remember people's names and let my email address, address contact list be pulled in. So I don't have to do any really super advanced searches. But just let you know that it's here, and it's pretty in-depth. So it takes a little bit getting used to, but that is outside the scope here. So as you see, as I hover off the page here, hover off this bar, the black bar disappears. And the black bar shows up once you hover over the gray bar. So you can always go back to home right here. So by hovering off there, and this black bar will disappear, but if to come back to it, you can always hover on the gray bar. So you have home, your profile, which when you hover over it, if you click on profile, it will show you what other people see. You'll see the front-facing profile. When you edit your own profile, you just see your profile with a bunch of pen marks next to it that lets you edit it. So we'll go into that like the next video, but I just want to show you how this is all laid out. And then you can also see who has viewed your profile, and it'll show you a list of the last 5 people that have viewed your profile. Network is the network of people that you're connected with, and the contacts that you have. Add connections, so you can add people which actually lets you type in names or search by your email client. Contacts shows you everyone that you're connected with already, and you can add connections here. You can import contacts from your email account. See how that's always asking you that? Add connections through your email. You can't connect with anyone unless you know them somehow. You have to know them in the real world. So you have to have their email account, which is really important to have. So that is under network, and network itself just shows you everyone that you're connected with. So right now, it doesn't show anything because I'm not connected with anybody. Find alumni is really important. So if you list your school, and your school has a pretty active alumni group and everyone lists where they're at, you can actually find people that you went to school with on here. So also very handy for professional sense. Jobs are really important too, because jobs is a job finder. You can go to here and type in a job that you're looking for, maybe a title, and you can search for it, and it'll show you all the jobs in your area based off of your postal code. So as I can see here, I've typed in creative director, and I haven't chosen any company. That is a title here, but I'm just using keyword search, and I'm doing a 50-mile radius, so I can see all the jobs. So I don't know, let's try out physician. Very basic, broad term. And as you can see, I'm finding anything with the keyword of physician and healthcare related to in this area just by typing in certain keywords. And I can do more advanced setups. I can change the postal code. I can look for specific titles, look for a different company, located in or near, maybe in this country or outside the United States. and I can also change my distance. So I can set up from 10 miles, 25, 35, all the way up to 100 miles away from any particular postal code. So that's jobs. And the last part here is interests. Interests are groups that you might join in and companies that you might follow. Pulse is the actual news media resource that's on LinkedIn, and it shows up on your newsfeed a good bit. So it's always aggregating news features and news articles from outside into LinkedIn. And then education is something that now you can add your school and actually be able to create educational experience and then have create alumni groups as well. So that is this black bar on this side. Business services, you can post a job, talent solutions, and you can also create advertisements. You have to have a premium account for some of this information, but you can post a job and you can look for qualified people through your connections and post it out there for other people. So if you're looking for a new physician to join your practice and you post a job, anyone who's connected with your audience, your connections, might be able to find and apply for this job through LinkedIn based off of their profile information. So like I said, if you fill out your profile information, pretty fully, you are actually creating a living resume. So you're able to apply for jobs through LinkedIn by actually submitting your profile to it, which is really helpful. So that is under business services, and talent solutions as well will take you to another page, and it's a recruiting section for recruiting companies to find qualified people for different jobs. So that is that section, and then you can also create advertisements under here by going to advertise, and it will show you how to get started with targeted advertising. So not exactly useful for your own personal profile, but that's what these sections do. And then you're going to see this button upgrade, which will never go away, even if you have a premium account. It'll ask you to upgrade all the time. So right now, we are going to the right side on the gray bar, and this is your account settings, your name. You can sign out right here. Shows you your account type, basic, with the ever-present upgrade. Whatever job postings that you have, you can manage them. You can change the language in which LinkedIn is set up in. You have your privacy and settings, which you can review, which we'll do another video. And then you have the ever-present help center to show you how to get started with things. I highly recommend that once you start using LinkedIn, go here, find some help, and you'll be able to find really good information that LinkedIn also provides. So the plus person, it's a plus sign and a little headshot of a person here. Add connections, and again, it wants to scrub your email account to find people that you're connected with. If you want to use an email account that you use quite frequently, because anytime that someone sends you a connection request or someone sends you a message, it'll be emailed to you to your email account. So it won't just stay in LinkedIn, it'll also be shared out to your email. You will want to check out your privacy and settings so you're just not inundated with updates all the time. But as you can see, it's asked us at least 12 times already, hey, let's scrub your email account to find connections. The last two things here are awesome here too. This is notifications, and you'll see a little red dot with a number on it that will show you how many new notifications you have. Maybe someone viewed your profile. That's a notification. Someone likes your post update. That's a notification. Someone replies to one of your posts from your profile page or from a group. That's a notification. If someone's sending you a direct message, though, an inbox message, you'll get that here under messages. And there you'll have like a little red box, a little red circle with a number in it, and it'll show you all the different new messages you got privately sent to you. So that is the gray and black bar at the top. A lot more going on here than just home and back end and front end. So we're going back to home, and we're going to break this down even further. So here's your status update. You can share an update, and you can attach a file. And what that does then is lets you attach a PDF, photo, whatever. And that can be shared out to people. I've seen more people share PDFs than anything else. And I've seen a lot of links also be posted as well. But you can attach files to send out to everybody. And again, this really takes the idea of think like a publisher, speak like a friend to a whole nother level if you're able to file share on here. So you can write a status update. This is my first post, if I could type. And I can share it with the public. I can share it with the public plus Twitter. So if I can attach my Twitter account to LinkedIn, I can actually send information out from LinkedIn to Twitter. Or I could just share information with just my connections. So public means anyone who comes to my profile and looks at my information, they can see anything that I post. If I show it with just my connections, that means anyone who I'm connected with can only see that, not the entire world at large. And then with public and Twitter, it's anyone on LinkedIn and anyone who is connected with me on Twitter. So that is how I can post, and I click share. And what happens then is a post right here. Pulse, like I said, was under interests, and you could go to Pulse there, but you could click on Pulse here as well, and Pulse recommends news items for you. So you can click this, and what happens then is it takes you to the Pulse page on LinkedIn, and you can introducing channels now on LinkedIn. You can follow a whole bunch of different things, and I'm going to click next, and I've already found influencers, I've found channels. I'm going to see my news. And now what's happening is that this is a news aggregate, and it's showing me posts and articles from other outside news sources. So I can see stuff from influencers. There's an ever-present ad. But you can see this is from the Washington Post, New York Times, and I am getting all this information from influencers, from companies, and from other organizations. So how is this good for you as a physician? Well, instead of having to go to a bunch of different news sites, you can just go right to Pulse and find information on there. So this is the news that's built around me thinking that I want to see this. But the really important one I want to see is healthcare. So I'm going to go to All Channels. If I click on the right button, I'm going to go to All Channels, and it should show me all the channels, and it'll denote the ones that I'm following. So here, I'm going to go to Healthcare. And Healthcare, it actually aggregates all the information that from influencers to organizations, and it'll show me all the stuff that's going on in the healthcare realm. So here I'm seeing here's kevinmd.com, a very popular healthcare blogging site. I'm seeing stuff from Washington Post. I'm seeing stuff from influencers who are actually posting on LinkedIn. And this is a really good section for you as a physician to learn about different healthcare things that are going on. The quality of some of these posts on here, well, it really depends. Some people use it, a lot of influencers use it as somewhat of a soapbox, and others really post a lot of information that talk about their own organization, kind of advertorial. Others actually post really interesting articles on there as well. So it really, you have to look at the different things that it offers. But that's really a great, tool here to share information and find information that's helpful for you. You can't, as of yet, filter down to particular news items because it's still growing in a lot of ways. But this is actually a really helpful section here. So let's go back to home. And we have the two columns set out. This is our news feed, and this is showing what my fake account is following, and this is posting it to everybody. And it's showing me different things that are happening from the influencers that I'm following and the different channels that I'm also following here. Once I start actually having connections and I'm connecting with people, I will actually see their post updates here. So on this right-hand side of the bar, it's going to suggest people that you may know. And as you can see, there's my actual page myself, which we'll go to later. And I can actually click to see more, and it's going to base it off of people that it thinks that I know. Since my email address for this tutorial said PAFP, it's using anything that says PAFP related. So I'm going to go back to home, and you're going to see the second section right here, ever-present ads. And it's pulling in ads because I said I liked healthcare, so automatically I'm getting healthcare ads. This section here says who has viewed your updates. So this is showing you where people have actually viewed your profile. So it will show you the last people that have viewed your profile. They'll kind of timestamp it, and it will correlate to what happens here at notifications. So jobs I may be interested in, it's going to pull some information based off of the very little information I gave in here about my profile, and it's going to give me some jobs I might be interested in. I might get hired faster if I use Job Seeker Premium. Again, it wants me to upgrade. It's suggesting some groups that I may like. Since I said that I would like creative director job position, it's giving me a lot of advertising job information here. It's also suggesting some companies I might want to follow, and I can click on them and see a company page, and this will show you everything about the company, their home, their services, their insights, which just insights is just analytics. And you can see anything that's posted by that company here. So if I want to follow the company, I can click follow, and then I'll get to their, I'll always get their news information on my news feed. So it's a lot of information. I know we're almost done here. And the last portion here is, redundant people that I may know and ads that I might be interested in. So it kind of gives me some choice for the ads that I might want to see. So that was a lot of information. There's a lot of stuff here that LinkedIn has to offer, and it can be somewhat overwhelming. I suggest for you to create your account and then watch this video as you're looking at things and just kind of break it down. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go to our profiles and actually start editing our profile.